Welcome to Stager Savvy, insider secrets to stage your home and sell it for more. My name is Stephanie. This is the podcast where we bring you the latest tips, tricks, and expert insights from the world of professional staging. And I'm joined by my friend and fellow staging expert, Candace.
Hi, everyone. We may be competitors in the Denver market, but we believe in abundance and collaboration over competition, and we're here to share our collective knowledge with you. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn from the experts. This is Stager Savvy.
Hey, everyone. Welcome. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Candace, and this is Stager Savvy.
Today, we're discussing current staging and design trends. So let's jump in. Let's start by talking about current staging trends. And one that's been popular for a while right now is minimalism and simplicity, which really is kind of what staging is all about for a lot of people. But Candace, how can stagers incorporate this trend into their work?
Well, I always say that staging is less is more. So you don't need to fill every corner and every, piece of wall with art. The buyer needs to be able to see the actual space. And if every corner of it is packed with stuff, they can't get a feel for the space itself. So I always say less is more in staging.
Yes, for sure. I like adding natural textures in there too, natural materials. It creates that sense of warmth and comfort, right? And also live plants. Add some live plants, some woven baskets, and it adds visual interest without overwhelming the space. It can still feel minimal and simple.
Right. And plants just bring in life and pops of color. So I'm a big believer in plants.
Yeah.
One other way to stage, say, a bedroom and an office together helps buyers to see how they can use the space. Everybody seems to be wanting to work from home these days, and so incorporating an office is always a great idea, and you can certainly make it an office/bedroom. So that offers lots of good work and guest potential.
For sure. We need to show them whether it's a bedroom or an office or maybe even both. Like, hey, you can work here and you can have a trundle bed or, whatever it is. If we can show them that, because buyers, they don't always think of those things, or they don't think about how that space will work for them unless we show it to them. So that's our job, show it to them.
Right. Another way is to focus on the outside spaces. That is a huge trend right now.
Yes.
Everybody wants to have an outdoor space where they can go and relax at the end of the day.
Yeah. How do you make it feel inviting and functional in those outdoor spaces? Because I feel like that's hard for a lot of home sellers.
Yes. Color, comfortable seating, minimal decor because it's outside, but color, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. Along with the furniture. I mean, furniture is kind of a given, but yeah, add color with like the cushions or with the plants, or people love the outdoor lighting too. That's always super fun. Creates a nice cozy atmosphere, right?
Ambiance there. Yeah.
Yeah. Fire pit or a view. If you have a good view, you got to highlight it somehow.
Yeah, that exactly.
Yeah.
Those are all great things for staging an outside area.
Yeah.
Let's move on though to some design trends. And one of the big trends these days is the biophilic or philic trend, which is basically the same thing as bringing the outdoors inside.
Yes. Love it. One way is to incorporate those natural materials like wood or stone into your design. So you're bringing the outdoors in, the wood from the outdoors, the stone from the outdoors, but it feels like it belongs, but it creates that warmth. You can add plants or a living wall to create a sense of nature on the inside. And also natural light. Make sure to maximize any windows or skylights. Bring in as much natural light as possible. Biophilic design has been big the last, I don't know, couple of years, but I feel
COVID.
like it's growing all the time. We all just want as much nature as possible in our spaces.
Absolutely. And another design trend I'm seeing a lot of is mixed metals. And I think even 10 years ago, that wouldn't be a thing. You would
Right.
not mix your metals like that. But nowadays, pretty much anything goes. So you can have your brushed nickel, you can have your gold, you can have your black iron all together, and that's all okay nowadays.
It's all okay. Yeah.
All
I
okay.
I would say you don't want it to look too crazy and chaotic. So, I mean, what do you think? With two metals to mix throughout in one space so that it's not too much, but then still pulling in different textures and finishes and creating that unique, interesting to keep it interesting, right?
Right, right. Having a nice, warm, neutral color palette
Mm-hmm.
in the back, some mixed metals, some greenery, and you're good to go.
Yeah. We keep going back to greenery. Everybody add plants to your space.
And they don't have to be live plants,
No,
especially
but
staging.
they
'Cause
make
that would
such
do
a big
keep them alive.
difference. Yeah, especially in staging. Nobody wants to have to keep plants alive that they
It
didn't
doesn't,
even ask for.
so fake plants are okay.
Fake plants are okay. Just get some greenery in there and let it feel nice.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, love plants. Let's talk about statement lighting fixtures. Big trends, right? We're going big and bold, making statements with the light fixtures. So how can designers use that to add character to a space?
Well, they can take or use a bold light or a statement fixture, maybe at the top of your very high ceiling to draw the eyes upwards and see all that beautiful space that's up there.
Yeah.
You can also add your accent lighting, unique lamps are always fun.
Mhm.
Sconces are kind of making a comeback, I would say. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
I agree. I
Okay.
think anything where you're layering that lighting, it just makes it feel cozy. You don't want just overhead lights, or you don't want
Right.
just, a lamp. You need kind of a little bit of everything to really pull it all together.
And I just had a client who had this fabulous chandelier, and it was a family heirloom chandelier. And she definitely wanted to keep it as she was moving to a new house. And well, she wasn't sure she wanted to take it out of the house, but I said that, where it was located, it was in a strange spot. So we got it down for her. She took it to her new house and put
Oh,
it up in a much better location. And so even chandeliers are still, pretty popular and trendy right now.
oh, heck yeah. There's so many fabulous
Yes.
designs. Like there's some amazing light fixtures out there. And it adds such a huge impact to a space.
Right. And where
Like
do
it,
you like to go for your lighting fixtures?
I don't do a lot of lighting shopping for design too much. So it's mostly Home Depot for staging stuff because we don't want to go crazy for
Right.
staging. But I don't know. I think Lamps Plus has a lot of good ones. Um,
Yep, they have great stuff always. Do you ever go to Lowe's for your lighting?
yes,
I think Lowe's
yes.
is
Lowe's
dynamite.
is probably better than Home Depot. I'm trying to picture. I always get them mixed up,
Definitely. Definitely. Lowe's is, I
but
would go to Lowe's more than I would Home Depot. So that's just a little stager's tip for you.
there you go.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. Good tip. Good tip. Um, let's
We haven't
see.
really talked about the colors of what's trending because the gray was so in for so long,
Yes,
but it ain't in anymore. It
it
is
ain't in
definitely
anymore.
going out. And so a lot of people are
Yeah.
still thinking that there is a gray trend, but it's gone.
And I
So
think I
now,
think the thing is a lot of people love it still, which is fine,
yeah,
but they're thinking that, oh, well, I need to paint, so I love the gray, so I'm just going to go for it. but they're going to have to repaint that much sooner because it's going to be gone. And all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh, I wish I had,
Yeah.
I wish I had done a beige or something a little warmer.
Yeah, what's coming in is various shades of white,
Yeah,
which
lots of great whites.
there are lots of great whites, and white doesn't always necessarily mean white, right? It can be cream, it could
For
be
sure.
a lot of other colors, but then you're using that color as your backdrop, and you can bring in the color in your greenery and in your art and in your statement pieces. So
Yeah.
it's a great backdrop for neutral look. And
Yeah.
along with the whites, I was just doing my model home visits this past weekend, and I'll tell you, black and white and browns or earthy colors
Mm, love the
was just
browns right now.
everywhere. I know, those like
Yeah.
camel colored pillows and things like that. I saw
So
so many
good.
beautiful things, but it was all those colors.
Right. Well, and the good thing too with the neutrals, like you can pick whatever trendy color you want for your accessories and all of those smaller items that you can switch out, whether you're switching things out seasonally or just every few years when your tastes change or whatever, and you're not having to repaint or, do those bigger jobs. Accessories, easy peasy, and
And low
yeah,
cost.
low cost. Yeah.
The other thing I noticed a lot of was different kinds of either wallpapers or wall treatments,
Yes.
or
Textures.
using tons of tile all down the walls was what I saw a lot of. So
Yeah.
many options as far as wallpapers out there right now that look like stone or just use
Mm.
real stone. But that is
Yep.
a big trend right now.
So good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love all the textures.
Who
Love
would
it, love
guess
it. Do you
we
want
go
to
back
show us
to wallpaper?
some pictures that you took while you were
I
out
will
on your house
some
looking
example.
adventures?
There they go. Okay, this one is my favorite. Look at that.
So cute.
Bedroom for a boy. But again, you've got the black and the white and the brown.
Yeah. And oh, hey, if
Shelf.
you're just listening on the podcast, you'll probably want to hop over to YouTube and actually see the video for this one because
Right.
Candace took some really cool pictures and you can kind of see what we're talking about a little better. So
Exactly.
go
Because
ahead.
here's a bookshelf. All it has on it is black and white and brown and a little greenery at the
And
top.
one little plant. Yeah.
Right.
It's
But
so good.
it's dynamite. Here's a like a game room. The wallpaper in the background, like I had pointed out, and the other
Looks like
trend I haven't
brick.
mentioned is the round couches. So that's a great example of that.
Yes. Curved furniture is so big right now.
Right. And
The
here we
curves.
have a great example of using those natural elements
Mm-hmm.
to form wall art, which just looks great. I love using those kinds of things in my stagings. But then you
Yeah.
notice the rest of it's just really neutral. And look at the rattan headboard and
That's so cool.
that fabulous. Who knew rattan would make a comeback?
Right? No kidding.
And it was everywhere in these model homes.
Oh gosh.
Beautiful office. Look at that. Perfectly on
Oh,
black desk, white chairs,
yeah,
really,
it's
really
beautiful.
neutral pieces in the
And a
bookshelf.
plant. Like every room has a plant. And that's not just for staging, like it should be in your home too. Like we should have plants everywhere.
Right. And then look at this. This was an iron bed. I didn't get a great view of it, but such an unusual bed.
That's so cool.
Loved it, but very, very neutral. And then the black wall.
Yeah, again, it's black and white and neutrals, the
Okay, yeah.
tans and the
Right. A lot of blacks on the ceilings, which is interesting. I just had a client who redid his bathroom and he put we recommended black on the ceiling and it turned out dynamite.
Oh, cool.
Don't be afraid of the black because
Yeah, I've got an all black bedroom coming up in a design that I'm doing. The trim, the door, the walls, the ceiling, like all
Nice.
black. We're going for it.
Go for it. This was
Yep.
a little girl's bedroom, which I just had to take
Oh,
a picture of because I loved it.
so cute.
Doesn't really go with all the design trends, but the wall behind,
Natural elements. Yeah, you've got a feature wall.
you got your chandelier.
Yeah, and the lamp. Those all look like they're like natural kind of materials.
And this one is one of my
Oh,
favorites. This is such a Colorado room, isn't it?
totally. Yes.
So
That
those are
leather pillow, I cannot get over it. It's
great. So anyway, those are just a few of the pictures I saw this weekend, which really, if you ever want to know what's trending, go to a model home.
right.
They have dynamite stuff, gives you great ideas on how to stage and what's trending.
Yeah. We need to have lunch and just go on a model home
Let's do that.
day. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Do that.
All right. What else do we have for this episode? Oh, we do have some Q&A.
Oh, we've got some listeners who have some questions.
We got some listener questions. So, I mean, let's go, right?
Right.
So our first question is from Sarah in California. Sarah asks, are there any trends you see that are becoming overdone?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The gray was trending for so long and it has been overdone.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I don't recommend people paint gray when they're selling in their homes. Everybody thinks they need to go with gray, but that's going out.
Yeah.
The
And
other
it doesn't go with everything anymore.
right.
So,
That is so true.
yeah.
The other thing is all white kitchen, which I admit about 5 years ago, I put in an all white kitchen.
Yeah.
That's going out as well because
Right.
it's great because it's clean and bright, especially in a small kitchen, but it's just not working as well anymore. And I'll say I don't like cleaning my cabinets as much.
Well, and I feel like it became so common that it then lost the impact that it had, it being, this bright white kitchen, because then everybody had a bright white kitchen. And so who cares?
So what's happening now is like a different color on the base,
Yes.
on the top. So if you still like white, great, put your white cabinets on the top, put your island as maybe a different color, or your cabinets on the bottoms a different color. That's really what's trending right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot, even with just natural woods with the whites on the top, or it could be a color like a green or a blue and then white on the top. I've seen a lot of different variations on that, and the colorful black backsplashes too, I think, make a big difference.
Oh yeah,
instead of just all white.
yes.
Yeah.
So Mark had a question.
Mark from New York asked, how do you balance following trends with creating a timeless look? I mean, that's a great question, right? We have to stay up to date on design trends. We want to, some of us, but you also want to create that timeless look that's going to not be out of date in just a few years. So focus on classic design elements like natural materials, the clean lines, the natural color palette, and then add in those trendier elements through the decor and the accessories that are easier to switch out over time, which we kind of talked about a few minutes ago. But
which is, trends come and then they go. And
for sure,
keeping most of your basics classic and bringing in the trends when they come. It's not going to be quite as expensive as having to switch out everything, because you're just going to bring in those trendy pieces. And then when the next trend comes, you can, not be worried about what you spent on old trends, so that you can bring in the new trends.
Yeah, it's so much easier if you're just switching out accessories and not all of your big things. Right. So yeah, that was a good question. Lisa in Texas asks, what's a staging or design trend that you think is going to be big in the next year? What do you think, Candace?
I don't know about you, but I go to the market every year, and just so that I can stay on top of the trends. And what we've been seeing a lot is curved sofas and curved architectural details, which I have to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of a curved sofa. I know a
Right.
lot of people are, but I don't think it really works functionally in very many spaces.
Sure.
And then I go back to the days of with the curved architectural details, and I think about the curved, um, you know, thresholds and what am I trying to say?
Like the
What
archways and doorways.
archways? Thank you. And I think about those and what a pain they were back in the 90s. When it came to paint and things like that. I'm not a huge fan, but that is something we are definitely seeing a lot of.
Yeah, I feel like they can add interest and movement to a space if they're done well. They're not done well, then yeah.
Not every space can hold a curved sofa.
For sure. For sure. We're also seeing more designers incorporate bold and unexpected color choices.
Hey.
Like, right, those deep greens and those jewel tones, right? But like we said, the basics, black, whites, naturals are going to continue to be popular, especially with the younger population. They really like those clean, crisp colors.
Neutrals.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that'll last, but it's definitely on trend right now.
Yes, for sure. For sure. I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else to add for trends for our episode today?
Definitely in the greenery. That's very trendy, like moss bowls and like green walls, not green walls, but living
Walls, yeah.
things like that, bringing in the greens to go with those neutrals, I think for me is probably one of the best trends. Not anything too frou-frou, not any like big silk flower arrangements.
No, get rid of those.
Early 90s, but
yeah, no.
A big leaf monstera plants and I love all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, just in those pictures that you showed, like, yeah, it's all neutral. It's black and white and a little bit of tan. And then there's a green plant, and that makes the plants really stand out and let them shine and let them really add some life to a room. Like, they make a big difference. They get to be kind of the star of the show, where the other colors are just the palette for them, the stage for them to stand on.
Yeah, it's that pop of color.
Yeah,
that everybody always talks about.
I love it. All right, cool. Well, thank you. Thank you for answering listener questions and for all of your awesome knowledge on trends and the pictures that you shared and all of the good things. I love it. Thanks for sharing your insights.
You bet. You
all
too.
Right. I think that's all we have for today. So join us next time. We don't know what we're talking about yet. We'll figure it out. But we'll see you next time on Stage Your Savvy. That's right. It's going to be good. We'll see you next time.
What it is.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Stage Your Savvy, insider secrets to stage your home and sell it for more. We hope you've enjoyed our discussion on home staging and gained valuable insights that you can apply to your own real estate journey.
If you have any questions, ideas for future episodes, or would like to learn more about our services, please feel free to visit our website, stagersavvy.com, or reach out to us directly at stagersavvy@gmail.com. We're always here to help.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast to stay up to date on the latest episodes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave us a review. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us and helps us improve our content and reach more people.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.